Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Dragula. It's one of my tracks right there, 92.1 City. One of the songs I can sing along to comfortably and not worry about being tone deaf. It's nice. And it's a nice way to kick off Friday, going into a long weekend, baby. Philly Joe and Kirby. Yes. Yes.
3 hours away from the big dumb wheel. Last play for a while. We're going to put the wheel away after today for a little bit of time. It's $200, and it will go. If we don't get a winner, we will play until we get a winner. Or we're going to give 3 people a chance. We haven't decided how, but the money's got to go.
So if the first person misses, we go to another phone call.
If we want to,
So what we should do then is line up multiple people.
Yeah.
Like if the phone's lit up with, oh, yeah, we got Dave on line 1. Let's see if he wins. If he loses, okay, let's go to Rosemary. You don't see enough Rosemaries.
That's it.
Well, that was very
It's my
specific.
cousin's name.
Rosemary, it's nice.
Hey, speaking of money and cousins,
Good to cook with as well.
last night, 11 o'clock, bzz, bzz, the phone keeps going off, and it was okay at 11 because there was the football game. But that 50-50 started at $100,000 at the game last night. I think when I purchased our tickets, it was up to like maybe 125, 126. It was early. And then it got up over 300,000. I think it was 360,000 or something by the time. I kind of lost track because I hadn't looked at the tickets. And I go, bzz, bzz. And my cousin Ralphie, who you guys know very well,
No way.
Shut up.
No
with a group of 5
Shut
other
up.
people, won themselves the 50-50 last
Oh,
night.
good for him.
And they each split, because it was a group of 6, $34,700 each.
Shut up, Ralphie.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, so
wouldn't
I
have-
like it when it's a group like that.
Yeah. Well, I would have liked it if it was us, and we're a
too.
group.
But if it couldn't be us and it had to be another good person.
I'm glad it was somebody I knew.
Yeah, Ralphie's
That's
a
my
good guy.
second
So
cousin
cool.
that has won a 50-50 at a Bomber game of a significant amount of money.
You got a lot of cousins in town.
I know,
though, so
but what are the odds, though? 2 of them have won big
with
totals.
the amount of cousins you have, half that stadium was
Statistically
cousins.
speaking, yeah. I
Hey.
mean, the chances are good.
I will tell you this. My other cousin who won, on the way home from the game that he won the 50-50 with another guy,
Yeah.
wrecks his car in a car accident, gets sideswiped, totals the car. The money went to buy a new car.
Last night?
No.
Oh, I'm
the
like,
time
what the hell?
The
This
time
is
he won. The
What
time he
a
won.
roller
time he
coaster of
won.
emotions.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. Like, let's just go back. So it's good. I want to know the amount of 50-50s that have either been one of your cousins or someone you went to high school with. Like, I bet you if
Somebody
we
you
broke,
know in general. And that's a lot of people.
I'll have to go through the Bomber archives. Check.
Philly Joe Kirby
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Call the Bone phone 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Here's another little driving tip for most of you people out there, because I've seen a lot of people today doing this, and you really don't have to. If you're making a left-hand turn, unless you're driving something that's like 40 feet long or a semi-truck and a trailer, you don't need to swing wide to the right before making your left turn. All you're going to do is pit me as I'm passing you, make me spin out, and cause a giant accident. You don't need to swing wide. You're driving a Honda Civic. Come on.
So the 2 lanes that turn left, that is the frequently, I'm always on the lookout for that person in the closest to the curb lane that don't realize, so often don't realize that there's 2 lanes making that left turn and swing. I think that's what he's talking, swing wide, right?
Yeah, he's talking about 1 lane and then them coming into the through lane and coming out so they don't nudge their tire against the curb. But meanwhile, you can scrape up the whole side of it in an accident. But that 2-laner is a terrible situation, because if you're the tight turn in and you just take like half a centimeter, that's not good.
No, I know.
That's brutal.
That's not good.
Okay, and more from the streets of Winnipeg here.
Yeah, I got a question. Do they give driver's licenses away in boxes of cereal?
Don't think so.
Because it's absolutely incredible about how many morons we have driving in this city. Wow, I cannot believe it.
Do you remember looking through the cereal for the prize? Like before you ever had a bowl of that cereal?
Yeah.
You're digging around in the like for what? And what was the prize in this cereal that you were digging through it?
My brother and I had like a system. We would like funnel all of the cereal out of the bag, get the prize, and then funnel it back into the bag.
Well,
And then,
that's pretty ingenious. I used to just put my hand
we
in
didn't
and
want to have to siphon through it.
I used to put my hand in and the box would come out oval by the time it was done
Yes,
because
that's
all the cereal would be stuffed at the bottom.
Your elbow deep
Yes.
in that box of cereal.
Didn't
looking for
even want the
prize.
cereal.
No, who
Bran
cares?
flakes. What the hell?
Okay, I want to play this one again. We played it at 8:20 yesterday, but not at 6:20. And there's a call pertaining to this call, and it's very funny. It's the hooligan, one of our favorites, talking about what he misses about relationships.
Listening to you guys Wednesday morning about don't go into bed mad and, arguing with your spouses or girlfriends. Obviously, I'm divorced. I've been single for a while. I just, I cannot see myself get another relationship. It's just all the bullshit. But the thing I miss the most is arguing. I miss that. I loved arguing. And I have a very good friend of mine who's going through a lot of BS with his wife, and I said to him many times, please, let me argue for you, or let me come and listen to you guys argue, because I miss the drama. It's always an excitement, arguing. I miss it so much. I just argue with my coworkers now. It's not the same, but it's the best I can get.
Be an interesting service to offer. Hello, Mr. Hooligan. Hi, I have read your ad. Look, I just did something stupid. I'm about to fight with my wife or partner or whatever. Are you available? Absolutely. I'm on my way over. Honey, hold up. Let's pause this fight. I'm tagging someone else in to fight with you.
Sure. It's a game changer as far as I'm concerned. Usually it's your plans get canceled. Sorry, I'm having an argument with my wife. I'm not going to be able to meet you tonight, hooligan. Instead, he wants to come over.
Come over and help with fights. Help with the
Of
scrap.
all things to miss in a relationship, fighting.
No doubt. Okay, you remember Laney Bear? Happy 18th birthday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Morning, Philly, Joe, and Kirby. I just want to say thank you for wishing my precious Laney Bear a happy birthday, and thank you to the fellow who called in and wished her a happy birthday. I thank you, too. And Hooligan, I got a message for you. I should hook you up with my ex because she loved to argue. She'd love you. You'd love her. Perfect match. I got you, buddy. Have a great day.
Love is in the air.
Oh my
Love is in
gosh.
the air. We've
Hooking people up with exes.
playing matchmaker with Hooligan of all
Can't wait
people.
for the social.
That would be a fun social, actually.
It's going to have to happen in the North End because Hooligan's got parameters on
Oh,
where he
yeah.
travels to.
Doesn't go downtown.
No.
Or the Forks. Okay, there's nothing there for
There's
him.
absolutely nothing there for him.
I proclaim my love for shredded cheddar, the stuff in a bag yesterday, the pre-shred.
Yeah.
Where you can it's always there for you. You put it on everything. Guilty. He's saying not so fast.
All right, Silly, hey, you're talking about grated cheese, and that kind of grated me a little, because I got to tell you, Cliff Clavin here, what it boils down to is that shredded cheese. You ever notice when you shred your own cheese and you do too much and you put it back, it all sticks, right? You ever notice the shredded doesn't? It's because they douse it with cornstarch. So there, and they make it so that's the weight. They get the extra. So they're you on the shredded cheese. Shred your own cheese, Silly. You're welcome. Just helping you out. My fellow Transcona. Okay, I worked at Transcona for 15 years. I should get a tattoo for it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I will. That might change my opinion on the whole pre-shred.
I think I've told you guys before. I have a friend, Sabrina. She tells me all the time that you got to pre-rinse your shredded cheese. And I thought she was absolutely crazy until I made pizza with her one night. And we rinsed off, like we put it in the strainer and rinsed off the shredded cheese. And it like had a much different stretch and consistency and like crisped so nicely on the pizza.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
I
He
think
did say it changes the weight.
Yeah, that's
too,
the thing.
in the
You
bag,
pay-
so you're paying more for less cheese.
That's it. I'm going back to the block, the big old-fashioned, no-name block of cheddar and shred it myself.
shred
You're going
it.
to come in with your wrist all wrapped up, like, you're not used to that
Grating cheddar.
grating cheese. What happened?
Oh, that cheddar.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Shredded cheddar text messages on the Boston Pizza text line. When I shred my own cheese, it goes moldy very quickly, no matter how I pack it. I gave up and I buy pre-shred. That's from Xenia. If you want to have shredded cheese on hand, you can shred your whole block and freeze some of the shredded stuff and take it out as needed.
Interesting.
And then got this one here. Had shredded cheese last night. We made it for soft tacos for dinner. Also didn't have any nightmares.
Yeah, because that was one of the weird facts we had heard. If you eat cheese late at night, it usually leads to nightmares. But I still hadn't heard what Kirby's friend had done. Washing the shredded cheese, and it actually would coagulate better.
And well, gets rid of the cornstarch, I
Yeah.
guess.
Whatever is like the coating on it.
I'd
yeah.
never heard of that before.
Yeah.
So
Do you have to scrub it when you wash it, or
No, like literally, she just threw the entire bag
Brush.
of shredded cheese
steel brush.
brush?
in the
Dishwasher?
strainer.
No, in
A
the
strainer,
in
like
the
a spaghetti,
dishwasher.
like a pasta strainer.
Yeah, and one that the cheese wouldn't fall through.
Yes.
And give it a good rinse with some cold water. Let it dry off on some paper towel, and we used it for pizza.
Wait till
That's
my
a
wife.
lot of work.
That is a lot of
For
work.
shredded cheese. That's why I
Well-
bought it.
Why not just buy a block then and grate it?
Well,
Like really, though, if you're going to the trouble of washing it, straining it, like at that point, buy the block.
I will say this because I'm lazy going in, but that's what shredded cheese was invented for. Lazy people like myself. Otherwise, if you don't do it enough times either, you got to go in there like you're boxing in a main event. You got to tape up your hands and everything. That shredder, like once you get down,
taking off a knuckle.
That's why I think if I'm going to give up pre-shredded, I'm going to have to get myself one of those really nice auto, like
Yes.
restaurant quality shredder, right? Like where you put the block in and it shreds it.
oh, the mozzarella comes out like on the end. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have one in my drawer from a restaurant.
But it would
Way
still
back
be
in
one
the day.
you got to turn.
Oh, no,
right?
no. You wouldn't fit this in a drawer, Kirby. This is
Oh,
one
okay.
that sits
Yeah.
right
Oh
up
no,
on
I
the
think
counter.
this one's for parm. This one's
Yeah.
just for parm.
Do you have
that
an
I
old one at your restaurant you can set a guy
I
up with?
do
Maybe
not
you could
believe-
probably walk out of there with it in your briefcase. My good buddy wants one.
Joe steals from his own
Yeah, I was going to
restaurant.
say it's a great business model theft.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I am in need of assistance, my friends. I have a bit of an issue
What's
on
going
my.
on today? Oh my God.
Oh, today. Yeah.
our-
Well, for today, Phil, my issue of the day is
Log notes for
our-
August 2nd.
Put our helmets on. Hi, Yellow. Here we go.
okay. Well, I need my vehicle in tip-top shape, as you know, because I'm going to rock in the fields in Minnedosa this weekend. So I'm going to be hitting the road, and I want it to be nice and clean. And for the last, well, it's been on there for a while, but I don't know. One day I came out of the station and I went to go to my vehicle, and somebody put a piece of gum on my door of my vehicle.
Yeah, I had nowhere to put it. What do you want me to do? There was
Phil?
no guard. No, I'm just teasing. You got gum on your vehicle.
Yes,
We
and
can
now
match a thumbprint to Phil Aubrey like forensics.
Get the security footage.
well, and now because it's been on there for a while, like, and with the heat we've had, it's definitely on there. And now I'm worried that my paint's all messed up. How do I get the gum off of my door?
I'm going to throw this out there. By a while, you mean about a month and a half.
Oh my God.
Because I noticed there was something on there, but I actually thought, because we have so much construction on in the area, I thought it was just a piece of like insulation or something that had.
I thought it was bird poop.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I originally thought, and I gave it because I park next to Kirby, so I see that door every day when I'm leaving. And then when you said it was gum, and I went, it's been on there for a month and a half. It's embedded. It's part of the vehicle now.
I tried to get it off. Like you
You're
can
not
see an
getting it
attempt. You can see an attempt of like it's
Yeah,
stringing
it's
along.
stringing now.
Like I really did try.
It's
good
like
gum.
somebody who chewed the gum and pulled it out of their mouth with their hand. That's how stringy it is on there.
That's good gum. For it to stand up the test of time, weather, everything else, and stay on your vehicle and not fall apart.
And not
that's-
lost its flavor.
That's a commercial right
Oh,
there.
I don't
That's
know
got
about the flavor. I'm not about to test that out.
So you need to know how to get this. You can't just pull it. It
Can
won't
somebody
just.
do it for me? Like if I take it somewhere, will they take care of it?
No, you can do it yourself here.
I don't wanna do it.
Boston Pizza text line, easy. WD-40 is coming up a lot, and it won't hurt the paint, people are saying. And freeze the gum with an ice cube. And then you
know-
should be able to peel it off.
I think I do have WD-40. because it's still there in my cupboard from when my dad was here a couple of years ago.
Yeah, everybody has WD-40 somewhere.
Okay.
Like I
I just spray that on there?
Yeah. Or you know what, Kirby, take it into the dealership. I think you need to make an
God.
appointment with the service
That
department.
sounds very stressful for both me and the dealership.
The dealership mostly.
Somebody even said, peanut butter. The oil in the peanut butter will take it off
Take
too.
the gum off the door.
Gooby Gone is good too, right?
Gooby
Peanut
gum.
butter.
That's
I'm not trying to make something.
Don't waste good peanut butter. Go with the WD-40.
I'm gonna have wasps all over my vehicle.
The gum didn't come off.
What is happening?
I would use a metal scraper. See if that affects the paint at
Well,
all.
yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, can we get a mechanic down here to get
Hey,
the gum?
it sounds pretty easy.
I hope so. I really hope so.
No, you can't hope. You can't ask for people to give you advice and then hope on the advice. This is good advice.
I bet
Okay.
you Riley, the engineer, if he's in, I don't know if he'll be in by the time we're done at 10, but he would have WD-40 in his office.
And he would do it for me?
For sure. Well, I don't know about do it for
Okay, because that's the key.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
What are you guys doing for the long weekend?
Nothing. Just
Yeah.
gonna sit at home.
I'm going over to Philly's place.
Are you? You coming over?
Well, you're going to be gone, so I'm going to break in and
We
take
got
advantage.
a new sectional. It is so comfortable, Kirby.
You won't be able to take it out of the house though. You barely got it in.
I did not get that thing out. We did not move it in. We had the pros move it in, and we have since found out that we can't get the old tank of a couch out of the stupid house. We're going to have to take some doors off or get pros to do it.
Knock a wall down.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to have a fun weekend. It is the long weekend, and it's amazing that it's already here, the August long, to be honest. Kirby mentioned this the other day, that it didn't creep up on us. It just hit us right between the eyes. Like
a sledgehammer.
There is a lot going on this weekend. We talked to Magnus Vermagnuson about the Icelandic Festival in Gimli. That's always a big one this weekend. Rocking the Fields in Minnedosa.
Yeah, I'll
The
be
Curb
out
Star?
there rocking the fields.
I call it Kirby Fest.
Yeah. Curbomania is going to be running wild.
Mania.
They're letting me on the stage. I got confirmation, you guys.
Nice. I don't think you needed the confirmation. You were going up there regardless.
They're just getting out of your way. Like you were either going on stage or you were going to be
They're
trampling.
just giving me a pass, that's
like-
all.
Trampling some stage managers.
You're a buzzsaw like the Tasmanian devil. You're just right up there. Good for
Oh,
you.
man.
Well, you've got one of your favorite performers playing.
JJ Wild and Theory of a Dead Man going to be out there.
I'll give you some. You've done lots of band intros in your career, but little bit of. I'll give you a tip. Get nice and loaded. Like just rip so you can barely stand. I like slur the intro.
The only thing holding you up is the mic stand. That'd be awesome. Wow.
Everybody has together. I can't hear you.
No, I usually wait to drink after.
It's called rocking the fields, not ripping up the fields.
So that's what Kirby's doing. I know I'm going out to Birds Hill Park with the family,
Nice.
hauling the J Feather out there, doing some camping. We're actually out there for a few days, so looking forward to it.
I'm going to hit the Gold Eyes game tonight. I'm going to hit Gimli actually tomorrow. And just going to enjoy the long weekend. Yeah, some family stuff going on.
Soak up that nice weather while it lasts.
Yeah. It looks good. You want the long range?
Yeah, you know what, Joe? Throw out the forecast. Get a little cooler next week, I think.
Yeah. Saturday, 24 and sunny, 25 mix of sun and cloud on Sunday, and 25 and sunny on Monday. The lows, this is where it's going to get cooler. 12, 12, and 14 for evening. So if you are camping or such, it's going to cool off at night for you. So a little
Great news.
reprieve for us.
That's great news because I like campfires. Like if I'm camping,
Yeah.
it's like 16 hours a day. Like it's ridiculous. And I'll even do it when it's really hot. My wife will be like, it's 32 degrees. The humidex is 40. Do you need a campfire? And I'll be like, absolutely.
Here's the difference, Phil. Most people camping usually bring like lawn furniture. They don't bring the old couch once the sectional went in.
The campground.
Yeah, and they don't leave it behind.
I'll burn it. No, would never
Burn
do
the
that.
old couch.
Yeah, would never do that. Never do that. All right. Well, whatever you're doing, make it a safe one. Enjoy your long weekend. That's PJK Extra.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Yeah! I'm doing the best I ever did. Go away! Come on!
Oh my God. God.
There's a
that
great-
was loud.
You should see the video. You know, the video is the band, of course, playing, and there's one guy in the studio doing his own parts with the headphones on and just putting his headphones down, taking a shot of whiskey.
That's me.
That's Phil.
It was a great text, though. Someone asking if I'm doing curls in the studio while the song plays.
Yeah. I said, no, he's working his tris out today. Triceps day.
Triceps day, yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Shut up with your name.
Hey, what's your name? You've got a name so you can play this game.
The Name Game. Brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort.
It's a game about names, I guess.
780 City, 780, 2484. We did something crazy last week. We got, well, I don't know about crazy, but we got
Brother's name. Wasn't it Kirby got, I think?
Yeah. And I mean, we take any wins when it comes to the name game.
No. It's actually harder to get a relative's name because we're not asking the brother or the sister questions.
That's true.
So it's even more impressive to get a relative's name. 780 City, let's find a contestant. Hello, City, you want to play the name game?
Yes, please.
Have you ever played before?
I have not.
How old are you? We always start with the age.
I'm 31.
31. And you know how this works. We're going to ask you a series of questions. We then guess your name, and you spend the rest of the day amazed that we were able to do it, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, 31 years old. I'll go first. Do you have pre-shredded cheddar in your fridge right now?
No.
No pre-shreds.
I think it's just called shredded.
I don't
Shredded
think
cheddar?
Yeah, you don't have to pre-shred it. It's just shredded. But you might be onto something.
Phil.
It might be able to get a better price on pre-shredding.
I like pre-shreds.
Well, pre-shredded, I think, means that it's just a block of cheese.
Yeah.
Right? If you look.
Yes, if you're going to be technical.
All
Yes.
right. Do you have shredded cheddar? I confused you.
No.
No.
What the hell do I have? A block or is it shredded?
I have a block.
Okay,
Oh, he's
block.
got a block.
So it was pre-shredded.
Yeah, technically. Question 2 from me. Do you exercise routinely?
Yes.
So are we looking at a couple days a week kind of thing?
I'm trying for 5 days a week.
Oh, look at this
Good
guy.
for you, grinding it out at the gym.
Good for you, man. Yeah.
Okay, Kirby's turn.
Okay. Are you an outdoor person or an indoor person?
Bit of both, if that's all right.
50-50.
No, it's not all right. I'm just kidding. Okay, but do you prefer one over the other, or you're just you prefer both?
Outdoor.
Okay. How many pillows do you use when you're sleeping?
0.
What?
You're a non-pillow guy.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I like to be completely flat.
Wow.
Okay.
Your neck. Your poor neck, sir.
No, it's probably better for his
Some
neck.
people prefer that for their back and neck.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
I just
just
don't think
feels
I've
better.
ever met somebody that didn't sleep with a pillow.
Well, as soon as there's a woman in the mix, there's usually 27 pillows in the bed. But there's,
Yeah, maybe a couple stuffed animals you end up falling asleep on, wedged between a pillow. Maybe a pet. Next thing you know, you're on the floor without a pillow. But your back and neck are great.
no room for you, honey. Sorry, too many pillows.
Okay, Joe, you go.
Okay, my friend. Name of your high school sweetheart.
Christine.
Christine. Are you still with Christine?
No.
Okay.
Well, good morning, Christine.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't sleep with pillows. I can't do it.
That's what broke them up. Non-negotiable. First vehicle you ever purchased.
93 Ford Taurus.
93
Taurus.
Ford Taurus. And please tell me you still have it.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, man, what a beauty of a vehicle.
No kidding. And he knew it right away, just like that.
Yep. 31 years old. I'm going to go that time where we guess. I'll go Max.
No.
Okay.
Actually, that Ford Taurus is just as old as you, is it not? Yes.
Yeah, it's 1 year younger.
Yeah.
Tyler.
No.
All right. Kirby, go ahead.
Michael?
No.
Christopher?
No.
He laughed at Christmas.
Yeah. Is that too common? Are we
It is a common name.
okay?
I was going to say Alex.
No.
Kyle?
No.
He laughed at Kyle. He laughed at Christopher.
Nothing's close yet.
I can give you the first letter.
Yeah. Well, what is it? The first letter?
T.
T.
Tyler?
I already guessed Tyler.
Oh.
Let's
No,
guess
Taylor. Taylor, maybe?
Not Taylor.
Tim.
Tristan.
No.
Travis.
Nope.
Wow.
Todd.
Nope.
Trent.
Tanner?
Tanner.
No.
Tim.
No, we said
Nope.
Tim.
Tom. Terry.
Yeah.
Terry?
Tom would be my nickname.
Terry?
Tom would be my nickname.
Tom. Oh, Thomas.
I think Joe just guessed that. Yeah, Thomas.
We
Yes,
got it!
Way to go. That's your son's name, Phil.
Thomas, look at this
Just
guy.
like a
in front of us.
pinata. We just needed to take a few whacks.
That's right. We nailed it again. We're on it.
Tommy.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe, and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
I'll tell you, you're getting lots of advice. And anytime car situations come up, whether, it could be Joe, myself, or you, if we have a car question, we get no shortage of answers on the Boston Pizza text line, phone calls. So thank you very much. Kirby has gum that's been on her vehicle for way too long. Is it on the driver's side door?
Yeah. Somebody's stuck it on there.
So she's looking for advice to get it off.
It's been there for about a month and a half, so I don't know if that legitimately affects anything on it coming off or not, because it's been
45 days. That's going to damage your paint curves.
I did post a photo of it up on the city Facebook page, and people are commenting on there as well with
that's
some
not
tips.
like a little ball of gum. That's like somebody had Big League Chew in their mouth, a whole pack, and smeared it all over the field. That's nasty.
I did try to, part of it is I also tried to clean it off.
Oh,
and that's what
that was
happened.
fail.
So I also didn't. I just tried to pick it off.
But you don't have the fingernails anymore.
No.
You used to. You could have done that with one scoop.
I
back in
probably
the
could
day.
have if I had
Back
those
in the day.
talents back in the yeah. But I've had a few people offer the company that did our wrap on the 92 City Vehicle Winnipeg Car Lab. They offered to hook a girl up and take care of the issue.
Which is exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
You don't want to.
You're
do
getting
it
all the.
yourself.
So part of this was getting the free advice on how to do it. Then the other part that you didn't tell us about was you don't want to do it yourself. You want somebody.
Well, I was
to
hoping
do it.
maybe one of you guys would be like,
Well,
Curbs.
I'll tell you what. The only reason I won't do it, and I believe in everything people are telling me, because if it does affect the paint on your car, something
you don't
I
want to be
do.
liable.
Well, exactly.
It's your vehicle. Joe doesn't want to peel paint off.
Yeah.
Someone's saying hairspray. We've had everything from peanut butter to hairspray to WD-40. You've got to have hairspray on you.
Yeah, but it's high end. I'm not using it for the gum.
Oh, no, you should just leave the gum on the car. That looks great. How about nail polish remover? Somebody's suggesting that too.
You don't want to waste
Oh,
good
that's
hairspray.
expensive too. How about somebody else's WD-40? That's
I
free.
did ask our engineer if we had any here, but he says we do not. So
I think we do. He just didn't want to come in or let you use it. It's very expensive.
He didn't want to come in. Screw this. He knows when he gets an email from Kirby. I don't have. I can't help you.
it's not even radio related.
yeah. Hey, that's probably it, Phil. He's probably got like cans of it sitting in the back there. And he's going, "Oh, this is gonna. I need this on a Friday."
No chance. Get ready for the long weekend.
The Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast. Philly, Joe, and Kirby's completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
780 City, 780, 2484 up for grabs this morning. Burt block party tickets.
It's not too often you've probably seen maybe a buddy of yours or someone in your family, male-wise, crying. But this survey,
It's okay to cry, though.
Yeah, it's okay to cry. Thanks, Kirps. Yeah. This survey I found it very interesting because 1/3 of men said they have cried over this. What are they crying over? Top 5? Give me the number one answer. You're off to the Burt Block Party.
1/3 of men have said they have cried over blank for Burt Block Party tickets. Go ahead.
Can I get Philly?
Phil? Well, I'll go, and I feel like we've talked about this before, a sporting event. I definitely have.
I'll say number 2, and it's about their team, not so much the event. So I'll give you a number 2.
Probably not so much crying as rage, but still, it happens.
Did you cry maybe at a championship? Like I had a tear in my eye when my Boston Red Sox finally, after that whole jinx and hex, won the World Series.
I'll tell you, I might have come close to welling up when the Bombers won that Grey Cup a few years ago when they broke the drought.
Because it had been forever too.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable run. Good morning, City.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Joel.
Can Kirby, my buddy, help me out, please?
Buddy.
I got you, buddy.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to say when they watch their partner walk down the aisle.
I'll give you a wedding. That's number 3. Okay, a family wedding,
Thanks,
number
Kirby.
3.
Thank you.
That's very good. Very good answer.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joel.
By the way, Joel,
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, and you're number 8, buddy. I don't know if you know that, but you're slightly ahead of me on Kirby's
Oh,
buddy
right on.
list.
Because you moved up to 7.
Yes.
Oh, I'm ahead of Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take 8.
You're still in the top 10, Joel.
That's all that matters.
Phil just wanted to rub it in. That was kind of passive aggressive.
Thanks, Joel. Oh, Joel's a beauty. Good morning, City.
I'm going to take Kirby as well.
Okay, Curbs. 30% of men have cried over this. We know wedding is on the list. Sports teams on the list.
Well, I mean, the obvious one would be movies.
No.
Really?
No, I think the number would be higher.
Okay.
Than a
yeah,
third.
that's right. That's right.
Like
a
at
movie.
The end of Rambo. That's emotional.
I thought the same thing, Phil.
You do remember we both cried at the Bomber game when we went and the mini donuts setup was there for the
we
first
bawled.
time. It was
Tears
about an
of
hour and
joy.
a half long, but we waited. We missed the
of
first half of the
crybabies.
game.
It was worth every donut, though.
And
oh,
tear.
my God. 780 City, Bird Block Party tickets on the line. Good morning.
Morning. Philly, what do you got?
Philly for the win. We know about weddings. We know about sports teams.
Something to do with a child, a graduation?
Which one is it going to be? That's 2 answers.
They've cried over a child being born.
Number 4.
Oh!
Number 4.
Oh,
Number 4.
man.
Say the graduation.
Oh, well, it's
Nope.
too late for that now.
No, don't say graduation, anyone.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not say graduation.
Okay.
But birth of a child and a child's grad would have been 2 different answers. That's why I had to clarify, because child was in the answer. So birth of a child, we know, favorite sports team, and wedding. You 2 have clipped the top, or those 3 already out of the top 5.
Yeah,
Let me
buddy.
tell you, the birth of a child is tough on a guy. Tough work, it's stressful. Good
Phil,
morning.
stop talking.
Good morning, City.
Good morning.
Got a guess for us?
Let's go with pet dying.
No. I think that number be huge.
Yeah.
Higher than 30. Yeah.
rough.
That's
Okay,
a
thanks.
tough
Yeah.
one. Thanks.
I've already told you guys I'm going to need a month.
When one of your cats goes.
Oh, for sure.
We'll be there for you. Well, Joe will. Good morning, City.
Shocking.
Morning. So, Joe, you said it had nothing to do with the sports team, right?
Well, no, that was already that's number 2 on the list, actually.
Okay, because I was going to say player retiring, but
Yeah,
not
no.
sports.
Stay away from
Do we
sports.
got any lifelines left?
Yeah. One. Philly or Kirby?
Kirby, come on.
Kirby.
Come on.
From
I'm
Drayton
honored.
Valley, former anthem singer.
Okay.
Drayton Valley Thunder.
I don't think that.
Get your head out of weekend mode and start thinking about the
It's
win right now.
it's actually funny that you mentioned that, and I'll tell you after her guess, because I want to make it fair.
Get
for-
my head out
Yeah.
of weekend.
Go get her. Go get her.
Like,
Let
oh
her
my
have it.
God. Okay. Serious
Get your
times
head out
here.
of Minnedosa, kid.
Commercials.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Like a
not
TV
commercials.
commercial?
Yeah, sometimes the commercials, like,
Oh, okay,
like you know,
yeah.
like it's an
gotcha.
emotional commercial or something,
Maybe
and
during
you're
the
like,
Super Bowl.
oh my God, why do you got to tie it into a sporting event?
Well, because those are emotional ads. I will say this. Okay, it does have to do with nostalgia, like Phil was peeling off. Drayton Valley,
okay,
Alberta, and
okay,
that.
yeah,
it has
yeah,
to do with nostalgia because that's the emotion, right? So we know it's not a family wedding. We know it's not a sports team. We know it's not a birth of a child.
780 City. Go ahead with your guess.
I'm going to say it's when, same thing with a child, but more of an emotional thing, whenever they're feeling physical pain or emotional pain.
No. No, this has more to do with friends and memories and nostalgia.
Hi, City.
last hit stumped me. Going to like a high school reunion or something like that?
It did not stump you, my friend. It helped you get the correct answer.
Wow.
Yeah, going to their high school reunion. Not their spouses, their own.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe, and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
Morning.
That gum on her door or wherever it is.
Oh, here's Kirby. Yeah, go ahead.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
There was a few people that brought that up. So how does that work?
Just pour it on there and let it sit.
How does that work?
I've heard about it for rust on a vehicle, but I've never heard about that to take something off.
Oh, yeah, it'll take it off.
Right on. Well, we're just trying to explain to Kirby how that works.
How does that work? You got to shake up a 2
You just
liter and
look at
spray
it. No. Just sit there and look at it while you're having a refreshing Coca-Cola beverage on a hot day.
Oh, my God, you guys.
It'll work a lot slower.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye. So I think thank you very much for that call. I think we've pushed past the point of you have enough tools in your toolbox now, thanks to our awesome listeners, to fix this, to get the gum and off your vehicle. Now it's the key. The next step is someone to do it, and
Yes.
because you do not want to do it. Our engineer Riley was your first go-to because he is the kind of guy. Like, he's a rugged, looks like he just came out of a cave, man's man, and I say that with all due respect. Like, he's a handy guy. So you were hoping he'd be here and be able to go do that for you, but
He's not. He's at the transmitter this morning.
He's at the
Or
transmitter?
at least that's what he told me.
That's a lie. He's not at the transmitter.
Here's the best. It's been on there for 45 days. And what day do we have to solve this issue? The Friday going into the August long weekend.
Well,
Timing is
because
everything.
I need to get it cleaned off before I use my car to camp in this weekend in Minnedosa.
There'll be somebody out there at Minnedosa that has a can of Coca-Cola that would be happy to help you.
There'll be shirtless men everywhere.
Yeah.
If you act like you need some help with your vehicle, they'll be lined up. Oh my God. Yeah, let me fix that for you.
I'm just a damsel in distress over here.
Well, that's the card you're playing.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.